Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Your Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, leaders of New York City government, all our wonderful friends across the spectrum. Thank you very much for being here tonight. This is a very special event that took some time to pull together. In fact, some of us have been talking about this event probably pre-COVID. And then, of course, we were shut down even about thinking about it. But some of us came together about 3 months ago. And I'm proud to say also, the American Immigrant Society reached out to the amazing Japan Society, which, by the way, is 120 years old, one of the oldest ethnic organizations in America. Imagine that, before World War I. There were a number of Japanese Americans right here in New York City who created the Japan Society. That's actually quite an extraordinary accomplishment in of itself. So we came together with the Consul Generals, their excellencies, and we created this event sort of wondering whether it would come together at all. And indeed, this is just a spectacular result of what has occurred here, with everybody pitching in, and of course with our host, the Consul General, His Excellency Reyhan Özgür, who, of all things, stepped up and said, I would like to host in our new building. Recently completed, literally in September of this year, this entire building came alive after 4 years of construction. And by the way, when you go around the building, you can go upstairs those stairs. It's not prohibited for you to do so. You go upstairs, there's a huge area upstairs, and there's a huge terrace overlooking the United Nations building. So you must go up there and feel the vibe of actually being right in front of the United Nations. There's no other place in New York City who will give you that vibe, in this building. But we are here principally because what we're trying to do is unite a number of disparate communities, right? There are many communities in America, right, who have their own songs. There's the Caribbean American song, there's the Latin song, there's the East Asian song, there's the African song, the East European song. What we're doing together here today in this launch is, for the first time, we're singing a unified song of immigrants in the United States to understand the power and extraordinary excitement that this unique immigrant nation brings to the United States of America. This is the only country in the world where this happens. Maybe, with the exception of the UK and London being a similar story to New York. But this is what we are here to do. We are building that unified song that's going to allow us to expand to even more countries. There are going to be 4 of these celebration events next year, in March, in June, in October, several weeks before the midterm elections. Hello, interesting time. And then, of course, in December, right? And each time it's going to be a bit bigger. And by the way, my partner Joshua will talk to you about the fact that our next event is literally about 800 meters away on 47th Street. That's going to be at the Japan House, the Japan Society building, in March. But in June, we're going to be 2,000 people in some huge open space. And by December of next year, we're going to be 15,000 people in a massive arena that I've already scoped out, and I understand where it's going to be. It's top secret, I can't say what it is, but that's where we're going. So that's what this is all about. Unified song to sing the beauty and excellence of the immigrant nation of the United States of America. With that, I'll give you a little profile of the event tonight. We're going to have some remarkable presentations of the 4 countries, like hundreds of people have worked very hard on some videos, so please pay attention. And of course, their excellencies are going to speak a few words right after each video. So there's that, and then on top of that, there's going to be a series of musical events. And I'm telling you, it's going to be very hard for you not to dance tonight, okay? For the Jamaican friends in the room tonight, there's going to be some serious music tonight, man. So, please, make sure to stay for the music. But there's enormous amount of food, enormous amount of drink. And on top of that, like I said the upstairs is available. Don't be shy. Go out to the terrace with your drinks. And you are allowed to smoke up there, but I won't say what. Finally, let us please pay attention to some remarkable presentations, starting with South Africa right now.
When a seed is planted in rich and fertile soil, it lays down strong roots and yields vast acres of produce. The same rings true when it comes to investing. You need a fertile environment to grow your investment, and South Africa offers a perfect environment for growth. Despite internal and external challenges, South Africa's growth prospects continue unabated. Over the last 10 years, we've had a population growth of just under 7 million people and a GDP that has grown by $121.5 billion. We have a modern and well-developed transport infrastructure with an expanded road network. The Gautrain rail system connects Johannesburg and Pretoria, the financial and administrative capital cities, to the OR Tambo International Airport, with stations across both cities. 12.8 million households now have access to electricity in urban and rural areas. South Africa is also home to the most advanced financial institutions and systems in the world. It is one of the most sophisticated emerging markets globally and a key investment location for the market opportunities that lie within it. These are the key factors that have contributed to the growth of our nation's successes. We're a diverse nation with a unique history and a rich heritage. A land of 11 official languages and breathtaking natural beauty, South Africa has something for everybody who visits it. Thanks to the richness of our culture and heritage, our country is considered a prime tourist destination, which is a major contributor to the country's economic success. South Africa is considered to have one of the world's most progressive constitutions, with a Bill of Rights second to none, which seeks to establish a society based on democratic values, social justice, and fundamental human rights. We share a number of internationally valued products with the world, such as platinum, coal, diamonds, fruit, vegetables, and more. We are leading manufacturers of global car brand with production plants across the country. We have one of the most advanced port infrastructures in Africa, allowing for the easy flow of goods in and out of the country. When deciding where to invest, ensure that you plant your investment in an environment where the conditions for growth are favorable. Choose an environment where your investment can lay down strong roots and grow. Choose South Africa. South Africa, inspiring new ways.
We invite you to a place in Africa that is like no other.
Yes, thank you, South Africa. Now I invite His Excellency.
Watches our talent in fascination. South Africa's rich in gold, diamonds, and manufacturing expertise. We embrace global innovation and technology trends. A winning country where all dreams are valid and realized. Where we always come together and build a better future and country. Come invest with us. Believe in South Africa. South Africa, inspiring new ways.
I'm very honored to present to you His Excellency, the Consul General Motumuisi Tawana.
Thank you so much, Murat, Program Director. Good evening to everyone, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I think the presentation that you just saw speak 1,000 words about South Africa. I don't need to say much more than to thank you all for coming tonight and for ensuring that we all are keeping safe during these challenging times, and for all showing up to celebrate the magnificent contribution of immigrants into the United States. So this event gives practical expression to the ties that bind between Turkey, Japan, Jamaica, and South Africa, and the rest of the world and the United States. So with those few words, I thank you so much.
Next, I would like to invite my partner, a very long-time friend where we've done many things together, as well as the Deputy Chief of Mission. I'd like to invite Dr. Joshua Walker, the President and CEO of Japan Society, and the Deputy Chief of Mission, Futoshi Matsumoto.
I will be very brief. I just want to say thank you to all of you that are here. This is an amazing night to celebrate what makes this city so great. I have a personal connection. I grew up in Japan. I'm proud to be running the Japan Society, which is right across the street, and we hope that you'll all come back. But I also spent a lot of my professional career working on Turkey at the State Department. So to me, this is like coming home in many ways. The Turkish house and the Japan house. So in many ways, I want to say hoş geldiniz and welcome to all of you to here and to think about what we're celebrating tonight in terms of the heritage and the culture. When I look at these beautiful little children, I think about what the world we're building for the future. I can't think of a better group. And when I look out and see many of the Japanese Americans that have made that possible, I'm looking at you, Suki Ports, I'm looking at Gary Moriwaki, the Japanese American Association. There are so many of you here. I want to say thank you. This is not the normal Japan Society event. Bringing Jamaica and Turkey and South Africa to the party makes it stronger. But I wanted to bring the best that Japan has to offer. And so I'd like to introduce my good friend, DC and Matsumoto-san, to say a few words on behalf of the Japanese government and also of the community.
The video will come after, yes. I just want to make sure Japan
Well, thank you, Joshua. Well, His Excellency Ryan Osgood, Consul Generals Mrs. Wilson, and Dr. Tawana, Mr. Kopurulu of AIS, and Dr. Walker of Japan Society, distinguished guests. Good evening. Marhaba and İyi akşamlar. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be here with you for the first joint cultural showcase of 4 countries all rich in culture and history. And I'm very happy to be here because of the long-standing relationship between Japan and Turkey. And so I'd like to express my warmest gratitude to our host, Mr. Ozgul, çok takdir ediyorum, for having created this wonderful cause for celebration. Particularly, I'd like to add my appreciation to you for welcoming us into the new breathtaking Turkish house. It is a testament to the countless contributions of Turkish people to the city of New York. And the Japanese communities have as well added values to the rich cultural tapestry of New York. When I'm tired of eating sushi and ramen in New York, I tend to eat like Turkish Adana kebab, which is my favorite, together with South African wine to finish off with Jamaican coffee. Do you know that Japan is the biggest country to import Jamaican coffee? So I have to emphasize that with Jamaican friends. And while Japan's cuisine and arts and business are now part of New Yorkers' daily lives, we have come a long way since 1860. Well, 161 years ago, when the first Japanese delegation arrived here in full samurai gear. Next year, we will be celebrating or hosting the first ever Japan parade in New York, and it was precisely the sharing of Japanese culture that re-established friendly ties between Japan and US. Notably, Japan Society organized Japanese arts exhibition and performances that increased Americans' appreciation of Japan. For its impressive work, I offer my appreciation to Dr. Walker here, as Japan Society's president and a fellow Turkish speaker. New York needs the help of all its diverse communities to recover together from this difficult period. Let us deepen our relations with one another by sharing the beauty of our cultures so that we can build back stronger hand in hand. In closing, I wish to express again my sincere appreciation to our host, Mr. Ozgul, and his staff for having organized this event. My fellow co-hosts, our sponsors, active members of 4 communities, all proud New Yorkers. Thank you everyone for your endeavors. Let us continue these joyful cross-cultural exchanges into the new year. Thank you.
Actually have the video for Jamaica before I introduce the remarkable, honorable, Her Excellency, the CG. So please, let's roll Jamaica.
Feel the buzz, feel the vibe, feel it in your heart.
Sunshine smiling warm up inside your heart. Feeling of pure love, oh Jamaican heartbeat. Dancing to the beat up inside your heart. Heartbeat of the world, oh Jamaican heartbeat. Jamaican heartbeat.
Jamaica.
Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat. Heartbeat of the world. Beyond compare, like it anywhere. Share, eat and drink. We move and dance with you. No matter where you are, no matter where you're from. Join in the party. You want to, you want to.
So greetings, welcome to one and all, to the land of ska, reggae and dancehall. Here we go beach, river and waterfall, and we have a lot of party when the night fall. Hold a pride, eat something with a drink in your hand. Rum, beer, jerk, chicken, roast fish, yellow yam. Them say we beat unique, so every boy, every girl come to Jamaica, the heartbeat of the world.
someone who has almost become a blood sister to me, an Irie sister. The amazing Her Excellency C.G. Alcyon Wilson.
All right, I don't want you guys to believe or to think that all we do in Jamaica is party. We do party a lot, but that's not all we do. Well, to our gracious host and my dear friend, C.G. Rayon. I call him C.G. Rayon because he's now like a brother to me. And of course, to our co-host, Consul General Tuane of South Africa. He is the CG of South Africa that is also another dear friend to me. And to our Deputy Chief of Mission at the Japan Consulate, DCG Matsumoto. And of course, we now have in our presence our New York Lieutenant Governor, Brian Benjamin. Welcome. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Consular Corps, and of course, the American Immigrant and Japan Societies, Joshua and Mr. Murat, that I am now his sister. Our incredible list of sponsors, distinguished guests, fellow Jamaicans. I know that's, of course, on a day off. Of course, I noticed that we have the mayor of Mount Vernon, who is also like a sister to me, Mayor Shawnee Patterson. Welcome. Tonight, we indeed make history with the first of its kind cultural event. This is an extravaganza. I must join my distinguished colleagues in echoing our collective gratitude to Consul General Rayon for agreeing to host this beautiful event. Isn't this building fantastic? And ladies and gentlemen, if you permit me, I'm going to ask you to give C.G. Rayon a round of applause, but hold on. C.G. Rayon, you would think that we supplied this Jamaican flag. No. You would think that South Africa did the same. No. C.G. Rayon had these flags done in Turkey and flew them in today. Give him a round of applause. I am sure we can all agree that this fantastic building is a showstopper. Tonight, we have brought together an absolute best of 4 cultures, covering our people, food, spirits, and arts, including our reggae music. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a perfect reflection of the great relations and characterization of the remarkable friendships between Jamaica, Turkey, and South Africa. Special thanks, therefore, to Mr. Murat and Joshua of the American Immigrant and the Japan Societies for their strong support in our collective organization, in our collective efforts in organizing this fantastic event. The impact of our immigrant communities here in the U.S. has and continue to be very extraordinary. As a proud Jamaican, it gives me great pleasure to celebrate the powerful influence and legacy of our diaspora across the cultural, socio-economic, and political landscape of the U.S. It is for this reason that I'm extremely grateful to our individual sponsors who have brought the special flavors for us to taste tonight. Tonight, we have celebrity chef Simpson. We have Mr. Sean French of Golden Crust. We have, of course, Appleton. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't do anything tonight, taste the Appleton. We have the CEO of Appleton that came in to be with us tonight, Mr. Hugo. We have, of course, Mr. Delroy Lennon with our beautiful Blue Mountain coffee. You heard the deputy from Japan spoke about our Blue Mountain coffee. We have Mr. Baldwin Shields that will give you a delightful taste of our famous cheesecake. And of course, we have the group, the famous group, the Morgan Heritage, from the Morgan Heritage Band, and they're on the other side with their Island Spice rum. Please also visit their table. Of course, we do have VP Records, and VP Records will deliver the music to you tonight. And it would be remiss of me not to mention that Mr. Gramps Morgan and Miss Grace Hamilton, which everyone knows as Spice. Spice is here tonight. She's in the back. Oh, wait. So when you reach up here. And Mr. Gramps Morgan and Spice are both nominated. Believe it or not, they are the best reggae album Grammy nominated awardees for 2022. So both of them, they will speak to you about their album. Mr. Gramps Morgan's album is called Positive Vibration, and of course, Spice's album is 10. Special thanks to my staff, my fantastic staff at the consulate. They are awesome. Yes. And of course, my husband, thank you so much for always trotting the way with me. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not much left for me to say. You saw a little bit of who we are. Jamaica, of course, is a vibe. Come visit with us and stay a while. You will make your visit with us a one to remember. One love.
And now finally, the pièce de résistance. And yes, our host, who's been so gracious, and again, his staff, oh my goodness, have they been working their fingers to the bone to put all this together every day for the last couple of weeks. I am very proud to start with the roll of the turkey video.
investment is like a journey. You need a solid companion who puts in as much effort as you do. Someone of great power, a companion who overcomes every difficulty to plunge into heavy seas with you. Shares experience to go full speed ahead and leads the way for new opportunities. Having years of experience in investment, Turkey has what it takes to be your companion. Let's sail together. Let's reach your goals together. Turkey, your resilient partner.
Thank you. And yes, now it is my great honor and pleasure to bring you the supremely successful Consul General of Turkey, His Excellency Reyhan Özgür.
Good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin, I am very happy to welcome you to the Turkish House. My dear colleagues, Consuls Generals, distinguished guests, it's a great honor for me to welcome you all in our new Turkish House. Tonight's event is the first multinational event that Turkish House is hosting. This event demonstrates exemplary collaboration not only among the participating Consuls General, but also between non-governmental organizations like American Immigrant and Japan societies and the respective consulates. Our countries, globally located at 4 different continents, come together for a showcase of cultural exchange and to celebrate the positive impact that the immigrants have in the United States. Immigrants contribute to the societies in which they are living. The United States is the most striking example of this fact. To simply put it, America is a nation of immigrants. The immigrants have raised this country to where it is standing today. And New York City is the ultimate city of immigrants from all around the world, including Turks, Jamaicans, Japanese, South Africans, and many others who enormously contributed to the welfare of this city. Many of you make up this city. In every era, immigrant innovators, workers, entrepreneurs, and the community leaders have strengthened this country. We all should be proud of our respective communities. Turkish Consulate General is proud to host today's event to honor and celebrate the countless contributions of immigrants, New Yorkers. While we celebrate the immigrant nature and composition of America, we shall never forget the roots of immigrants, that's the motherlands. Culture, spirit, and identity that you brought to this country all come from your motherlands. I am proud to say that Turkish American community not only contribute to the culture and economy of the US, but also they preserve their bonds with Turkey. I would like to thank my Jamaican, South African, and Japanese colleagues for being a part of this event. Consul General of Jamaica, Mrs. Alcyon Wilson. From the first moment I met you, I was amazed by your creativity, energy, engagement, and hard work. You have dealt with every detail of this event tirelessly. Jamaican community should be proud of you, I believe. Consul General of South Africa, my dear colleague, Mr. Tawana, I thank you for your vision to take part in this event and make it true. Thank you, Matsumushi. Sorry. Likewise, I thank our Japanese colleague from Japanese Consulate for joining us today. I would like to thank Mr. Murat Köprülü, Chairman of American Immigrant Society and a prominent member of Turkish American community. It is Murat's vision and profound experience in philanthropy and organizations that created this event. It was Murat's idea to hold this wonderful event at the beginning. Thank you, Murat, for being with us. Also, I would like to thank Joshua, our good friend. And with Joshua, from time to time, we are discussing very deep political issues as well. I always like to listen to his ideas and views on Turkey and US relations. As a NATO guy, he calls me a NATO guy, as a Western-oriented. I thank him for bringing the Japan society into this event. And Japan society's involvement with the event added a great value to the success. Thank you very much. And it took nearly a month for our teams to make it work. Every member of our teams put a lot of effort and showed dedication to ensure this perfect outcome tonight. The cooperation and coordination among the consulates teams were exemplary. The outcome was a perfect synergy. I would like to thank everyone, every team member from the other consulates, and also particularly for my share to my staff, particularly Sümeyye and Esma. Last but not least, we are very glad to have you here tonight. Thank you for joining us, and before I end my words, I would like to invite Mr. Brian Benjamin, the Lieutenant Governor of the state of New York. Thank you.
Well, it's good to be in the Turkish house. Excited to be here. Thank you so much, Consul General Rayan. There she goes. Consul General Alcyon Wilson from Jamaica. Consul General, I won't mess up your name, I apologize, Motumisi Tawana from South Africa. And the Ambassador Kanji Yamanushi from Japan. I want to say welcome to New York. As the Lieutenant Governor of the state of New York, I bring greetings on behalf of Governor Kathy Hochul. So excited about this collaboration of culture, because culture is the beginning of a real conversation of who we are, which then gets to commerce and economics and us working together and building together. For those of you who are wondering why I'm here, I am a proud son of a Jamaican father. Proud son of a Jamaican father from Kingston. My mother is from Guyana, so, I always got to give my Guyanese family a shout out, which is cross-cultural. I don't know how many of you know about Jamaican Guyanese households, but it's a serious situation about what we're going to eat from night to night. But no, it is a pleasure to be here. I'm pleased to see this collaboration. This is what New York is about. This is what the world should be about. Us not fighting each other, but us coming together to work together, to love each other, to respect our own identities, but to have appreciation and understanding for others. That is what's going to keep us safe and keep us moving forward. And as we get through this COVID pandemic globally, which we will, let's make sure that we're respectful, that we're loving, and that we continue to think about our neighbor when we think about ourselves. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, and I wish this partnership many more years of continued progress. Thank you very much.
We also have a presentation, a very important presentation to His Excellency, Her Excellency will present it.
Thank you so much, Murat. VP Records, Mr. Randy Chin, and we have our ambassador just arrived, our ambassador from Jamaica to the United Nations, Ambassador Wallace. We're going to invite you to do the presentation to our CG Rayan, and to CG Tawana, and to DCG, is DCG Matsumusu from Japan still here? Oh, yes. Yes, what are you getting? I'm going to ask VP Records just to tell you a little bit about this collection, and then it's a gift from Jamaica to my colleagues.
So we're giving each of the Consul Generals a copy of Down in Jamaica, 40 Years of VP Records box set. My name is Parker Van Pelt. I'm the director of catalog at VP, and I curated this set. I didn't pay for it, though. This guy over here, Randy Chin, did. So I had the greatest job in the world to be able to put this together. It traces 40 years of this company from when it came to New York. Some of you may know about Randy's Records, which started in Jamaica in 1958. They became VP in Queens in 1977, and this is a 40-year story. It has 94 tracks featuring 101 artists, including Spice, including Morgan Heritage, including Johnny Osbourne. I can't say any more about it. I'll just keep talking, but we are pleased to give a copy to each of the CGs.
And also, I just learned that Spice has a gift for you, CG Rayan. So we'll invite Spice to come up as well. She has a gift for you as well.
Now, CG Rayan, you wonder why or what happens between Turkey and Jamaica and reggae music. I bet you didn't know that Spice's song, Go Down There, which is on her Grammy-nominated album, is streaming at #6 today in Turkey. So Turkey has big reggae music, and she signed a copy of the album cover just for you, sir. So when we win the Grammy, then we'll come back and visit.
Yes, could I invite all the distinguished speakers up for a group photo, please?
Photo op, remember the photo op, guys.
Yes, photo operator.
Next.